Quick show. Coach Unchained, quick look at the NFC South. I'm going to go down each team and give you my thoughts on everything. I'm not going to give you a prediction because I don't know. This is what I'm going to say about these different teams. So, it's going to be a recorded video, so it's not going to be live. So you guys can give your feedbacks in the chat or actually in the comment bar. So anyway, man, let's get started on this thing, man. First up, we're going to have is those Carolina Panthers, man. The Panthers. This is my take on the Carolina Panthers. You know they've been rebuilding for years, but this could be a turning point in 2025. They ended the season pretty decent. They beat us at the end of the season, school. But this is the thing: Bryce Young, he showed real improvement late last year, especially in the last games, versus KC and Philly. They picked up a rookie, another wide receiver, Tack McMillan. He could be a breakout star. He got Chuba Hubbard, who was one of the, he's very effective as a running back. O-line is still underrated, but cohesive. They've been together for a minute, so we're gonna see how that works out. The defense, it was bad last year. They gave up 32 points a game, and a lot of yards given up last year. They added Patrick Jones, Tayshawn Ward, and Travion Moring, I think that's the name. That's going to try to help the front in the secondary. But I think they still unproven against the run and the pass rush. So, how this season may go, we don't know. But like I said, man, Bryce Young, he looked sharp late last season. So, but we're going to see. Like I said, it's going to be all up to how they all gel with the new additions and so on and so on. See how that old line holds up. But like I said, they're a quiet threat, but I don't think they're a full threat as of now. All right. New Orleans Saints. Like I said, this is a quick video, man. It ain't going to be long. New Orleans in a full rebuild mode with a new head coach, Colin Moore. Head coach, and he's calling plays. They have turned to Spencer Rattler as their starting quarterback. Still got Kamara. They still got Olave, who could still be electric, but Olave with those concussions, we don't know how long he's gonna, sustain. Defense, they're falling off the cliff. Aging vets, rookies everywhere. Scheme that hasn't gelled yet. They actually predict to be one of the worst teams in the league. But seeing that, nobody knows. But if they still relying on vets like Cam Jordan and Taysom Hill, they're gonna have a problem. So yeah, man, that's the New Orleans Saints in my book. So let's go to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All right. Tampa Bay has won 4 straight division titles. Still the favorite amongst all the people out there in the media world. You got Baker Mayfield, fearless, productive, 4,000 plus yards. I think his first time in his career was last year. Had a lot of touchdowns, did well. Still got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, adds them now. They picked up a rookie, Emeka Ibuku. Like I said, it's top wide receiver core, but I don't think they'll have Godwin early, so they're going to start off probably slow without help. Then again, you never know. But their running backs have a nice running back game. Got Bucky Irvin and Rashid White is their guys. But, they have problems also starting out early. Christian Wolf, their top lineman, probably won't be there early in the season. So that's a weakness for them. But when he's healthy, when that whole thing is healthy, that's a strong team. All right. Weakness. Defense is aggressive, but they're inconsistent. Lots of blitzing. but they don't get a lot of turnover with those blitz. So secondary still ranked among one of the worst. They give up a lot of big plays. But like I say, they've been a champion for the last 4 years in the NFC South. Like I said, they're going to be competitive, but the defense has to get better if they want to sustain that. Because there's a team north of them that are surging right now. And like I say, with also with Carolina, man, I'm sorry, with Tampa Bay, they have to change something. Like I said, they're gonna score, they're gonna have big plays, but can they stop everybody else from score? That's gonna be the thing. But like I said, they're still dangerous. They're still dangerous. All right, now let's get to my Atlanta Falcons. All right. This team doesn't just, we're not just hoping to compete this year, man. We're here to win. Right now, I think they're built, right now, the offense is built to dominate other defenses. Michael Penix taking over for Kirk Cousins is a plus in the right direction, I feel. Like I said, being in the spotlight, I think he's kind of adapted to that. He did play 2 years. He was top quarterback in the country. 2 years, just like his college, his pro is totally different, and I agree. Offense is going to be solid. You still got Bijan, already a top 5 back in the league. You got Drake, you got Mooney, you got Kyle, who might finally break out this year. He may be the key to this offense being unstoppable. Yet to be seen, but I have confidence in this core here. Like I said, you got to run it back. You can't just man to man. You got to watch out for him all the time. You got a wide receiver in Drake that you got to watch. Mooney, when he's healthy, you have to watch him. It's a lot of things that have happened. It's going to give Zach a easier way to make this offense better, I feel. Raheem just needs to let his coaches coach. Like I say, step in when you need to step in. But he has to be better than coaching. So that's one of the main things also. Coaching has to be top notch for this team to be successful. Now, let's go to the defense side. We brought in a new DC in Jeff Albrecht to fit this pass rush. So by doing that, we have drafted 2 guys that are pretty solid, I feel. JPJ, which is James Pierce Jr. You brought in Jalen Walker. You also added depth with bringing in Leonard Floyd. You brought in a key linebacker, I feel, in Divine Diablo, which is going to help secondary as well as that front 7. Still have some dogs at back. You got Jesse Bates, you got AJ Terrell. You brought in rookie Xavier Watts, as well as Billy Bowman from Oklahoma. Like I said, this defense can get just be in the top average. They don't have to be top 10. They can be just in the, just average. We can win 10+ games. That's what I feel. Will it happen? Don't know. It's all about the team, all right? But as well as if you look at the schedule, we face beatable quarterbacks. I guess you can say that. I don't want to call it this. We got quarterbacks that we can beat, and 4 road games that are pretty tough. But any team can be beat. This team is gelling. This team can be top dog, in the NFC South. But you still got to play the games. All right. So, like I said, one of our strengths is going to be this year is going to be our defense, I feel. I don't think we'll have the same problem last year. Like I said, the problem last year, a lot of these games has been pass rush. We couldn't get home. I think this year, all that changes. So, with all that being said, man, I'm gonna rank my division teams. I'm not gonna give you a record, but I'm gonna rank them. I'm gonna say Falcons, Bucks, close. It may even come down to being the same record. It may just come down to that. Carolina, Saints, bring up the rear. So, with all this being said, man, it's just a quick take on what I see. Like I said, this video I just popped up, so I'm gonna do a video. Just listen to it, comment on it. Leave comment, man. If you haven't listened to Unchained, just subscribe, like, share this video out if you like it. But other than that, man, just a quick talk. Thanks. Peace.